Hello, I thought I'd make a quick vlog, and I just wanted to start off this vlog by wishing my condolences on the family of Vicente Fernandez. And Vicente Fernandez was a giant. If you don't know who he is, I'm sure many of you do, especially if you checked out rancheras, because my mother and I play rancheras all the time. My brother plays them for her, my sister plays them for her, and we all enjoy rancheras. And and Vicente Fernandez was the king of rancheras. He was the king of rancheras. And when I told my mother, I found out today. So when I told my mother today that he had passed, my mother started crying. So I had her like calm her down. And I had to wait till she went to sleep before I made this vlog so that I could say something about him and not have her start to cry again. You know, he, she loved Vicente Fernandez. She loved Vicente Fernandez so much. And his movies and all of his music. All of his music. She loved him. And she has I think just about every single one of his songs memorized. And she as I if you've been following this vlog, you know she's starting to forget the lyrics to her songs, but she'll come up with lyrics from song after song after song. And she still remembers most of the songs. So I'm sure she remembers all of the songs, and most of them, of the ones she doesn't remember in their entirety. Uh, so, anyway, I just wanted to say that he has meant so much to my mother and me because we started off listening to Vicente Fernandez when I started taking care of her. We started and then uh, we listened to Linda Ronstadt. We listened to a lot of different people, but Vicente Fernandez. There was no. I don't think anyone could really compare to Vicente Fernandez in the way he uh, belted out a song and the way he carried himself and on stage and his persona, all of that. So, uh, rest in peace, Vicente Fernandez. Descanse en paz. Descanse en paz. Anyway, rest in peace. So I'm gonna move on now. And before my mother wakes up, I hear a little bit of noise. I don't want to be talking about this if she. I don't want to be talking about this if she comes back into the room. So, my memory. I'm starting to remember little things that I remembered and actually wrote about and then suddenly forgot about them completely. Like how to prepare a proper test. I remember I was applying to a job and I wrote down some of the things I learned about preparing a test in uh in in undergrad, and look, I just remembered today, all these years later, now I'm remembering it. And I just remembered I talked about fossilization a long time ago. I might have mentioned it here and there, but it never stuck with me in my memory. But yeah, fossilization, all that when it comes to language and language acquisition. So, anyway, uh, I I don't know why. I don't know. Okay, I know it's because people are using hypnosis and magic to make me forget everything and keep me down. None of the evil people want to see me succeed. Okay, so they're using magic. All right. And uh, so, I don't know. I put the, I don't know. I, it's coming back to me, but I'm afraid I'm going to forget it all again. And I don't want to, you know? I want my memories. I want all of my education back. At least what a normal person would remember from all those years of studying, you know? So, in a biology class I took, I remembered I think it was Biology 101 and Biology 102 in college. And I remembered so much about that class because of the way the teacher taught. And now I barely remember anything. I can barely remember anything. And I know I mentioned this teacher before because I really did appreciate the way he was teaching, the way he taught biology, and that was through slides. You know, he had all of his slides already, and he would present a slide, then talk about it and write about it, and give all kinds of information about it. So yeah, and over, tons of slides, tons and tons and tons of slides for his lectures, and it really helped. It really helped. It wasn't an easy class. Those classes weren't easy. They weren't easy at all. But I managed to make it through them, and I did well. So, so yeah. So I'm remembering things now. They're coming back to me. Because the evil people are using hypnosis and magic to make me forget everything. Yeah, you wouldn't want to see me, I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to get sarcastic, but just a simple thing like drawing, they take that away from me. And all the simple little things that I love to do. It's like I have to be sitting down, not thinking, not not moving, not doing a darn thing unless I'm doing something evil, and then I can do that. But I'm not going to do anything evil. The other day I was thinking about some interesting things, and now I haven't been able to think about interesting things again since then. So, uh, and it was nothing mind blowing or anything like that. Just some things I would do if if something presented itself and how I would handle it. That's it. That's it. Anyway, so uh, now I'm getting my memory back, and hopefully, I can break through. Finally, break through. Finally, break the chains that bind me. And I remember so many years ago, now, it's been a lot of years now, since I wrote uh, some poems on Blogster. I wrote them on Blogster. Some poems on Blogster about the chains that bind me, that break the chains that bind my feet and my hands, and I think I was addressing it to Jesus or God, and please, and I'll say it now, Jesus, please, I humbly ask that you please break the chains that bind me to Cleveland, Ohio, and bind me to uh, these evil people. Anyway, so, and amen. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. So, now, uh, so I was remembering those poems, and they just came to me all of a sudden because I forgot completely about them. like I only remember one line. Like in all these things, you take delight. You do your dances throughout the night, like funerals and funerals and and illness and some other things, and all these things you take delight. Something I don't remember. But at least a little bit came back to me. It started to come back to me like, oh, that's right, I did write that. And then I'm thinking to myself about all the little slights I did to people. And, with me, it really, really is a big deal if I slight someone because I'm dealing with very evil people who do not like me and do nothing but get even. Like the slightest little thing, they'll get even. I mean, they'll remember it for years and years and years, and then come back to me over and over again and get even with me over and over again because it just sticks with them, and they can't get over it. So, uh, things like someone asked me to show them how to make a flower, and I never did, but it wasn't because I didn't want to, it's because I didn't have time. And that just came back to me. Uh, that just came back to me today or yesterday, maybe. And I feel terrible. Now I'm feeling terrible about it, and I shouldn't feel terrible about it. But I was completely gone. I was such a wreck that whatever. Whatever. And if people can't understand the fact that I was operating under enormous mental illness, then I can't help them. I just can't. I just can't. I wasn't myself for so long, and I'm still not myself. I'm still not myself. So, I just need a little bit of understanding. And I know I won't get it from Cleveland or evil people, but, I hope there are people out there with some understanding. And there are many, many people who are understanding of you and what you go through and your mental state. Okay. Okay. I don't want to start this where someone starts talking, I'm talking, and then they jump in and talk because they were doing that and they had me convinced they were on my side. But the moment I realized, and I said on this vlog, on this not on this post, but on my vlog, I said, we uh I was talking about education and my ideas and all that, and I thought to myself as I was speaking, I said, and part of the original thing that I wrote about education is that people with disabilities will learn every will learn at a normal rate. And I thought to myself, well, how could that be? How could that be when the other part of the plan was that everyone would learn what they learn in 12 years in the first year. Okay. And so then I thought to myself, well, it's going to be more than the first year, first, first and second year, maybe. Anyway, maybe 2 years and all that and go on. But, anyways, I thought to myself, well, if you taught the subjects, the way first and second languages are acquired, that should work. And then suddenly they jumped in and they're like, well, on that note, and they said we have to let you go before they allowed me to continue thinking and finish the thought process. So that's why I get nervous when people jump in But I understand my men need to get information to me, and they can't really talk to me, and things have to be clarified. But, I just want it clearly delineated between my men, my real men, and these evil people, and that never seems to happen because evil people jump in at all times. So I'm just going to have to trust what I believe is for real. So, okay, so that is that. And I remember that so, so much. Just here, forget about that. You're not gonna remember that. You won't remember that. Oh no, you don't need to remember that. Okay, forget that. Forget that. And then people around me will say, I feel like I'm forgetting something, just to make fun of me. Just to make fun of me. I feel like, when I left that store, I felt like I was forgetting something. Or they'll say silly things like that to me, you know? So, anyway. I don't want to complain. I just don't want to. You know, Jesus, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to you too for having to listen to that rant. I'm happy. I'm very, very happy. My life has changed dramatically since I asked Jesus to hang out. I've never had sustained happiness. Never. I never had sustained happiness. And I've been happy. I've been strong when I needed to be, like when Diego passed or died. I don't know what you say for a dog. Well, I'm just going to say when he passed because he was so special. But I was strong. Jesus kept me strong. And he's in heaven right now with all the other dogs. So that makes me happy. And my father and my grandmother. My father, my grandmother, and all the dogs. Our family dogs. He's there with them. I'm sure wagging his tail and, I don't know if you can chase after squirrels in heaven, but if you can, Diego is chasing after the squirrels. Maybe having arguments with squirrels, or conversations, because I doubt if you get into arguments in heaven. Having conversations with squirrels. Anyway, so now Frida is going to have surgery, and my sister has medical issues again. So, I I I just ask for prayers for them if anyone is willing to pray for them. Any thoughts, anyone who wants to keep them in their thoughts or send positive thoughts or vibes, that's very helpful too. Thank you. It all counts. Thank you so much. So I'm going to end this vlog on that note. Oh, before I end this vlog, I just wanted to say that video of Frida taking a walk in the park today was, I'm sorry, it was today, and it was earlier about 2:45 in the afternoon, and I tried to take her on the steps that led down to the little beach that I showed you in the last video I posted of her taking a walk in that park. And she was excited. She went down the first 3 steps, and then she spotted 2 men, 2 big brawny men with big fishing poles and buckets, and she got scared. She became scared. So I held her to the side. They passed by, and then she got all excited again as soon as they passed by, and she went down a few more steps, and then something, I think it was the waves and just not being in a familiar surrounding, she, uh she noticed the beach and the waves and all that, and she became very, very frightened and then dragged me back up the steps. So then we walked to that path. There was a path and a patch of and grass all around on both sides of the path. And there was water on the other side because that path leads to the official doggy beach. But I wasn't going to take her to the official doggy beach because of how she reacted to the other beach. I was just going to walk her on the trail, which is what I did, and not for too long because she didn't want to be out for that long. So I let her smile. We walked a little bit, then we walked back to the car.